This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea. Dear listeners, now we start English language service of Voice of Korea from Pyongyang, the capital of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
We now present mixed chorus. Song of General Kim Il-sung. present male chorus. Song of General Kim Jong-il.
This is VOK, the Voice of Korea, News Now. The respected Kim Jong-un, General Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea and President of the State Affairs of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, gave field guidance to Samjeon City to learn about the third stage project as regards the conclusion of its construction. He was accompanied by Cho Young-won, member of the Presidium of the Political Bureau of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea and Secretary for Organizational Affairs of the Party Central Committee. Kim Do-kun, member of the Presidium of the Political Bureau of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea and Premier of the Cabinet of the DPRK. Park Jung-chun, member of the Presidium of the Political Bureau of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea and Secretary of the Party Central Committee. Kim Jae-ryong, Department Director of the Party Central Committee. Park Hun, Vice Premier of the Cabinet, and leading officials in the field of construction. Kim Jong-un gave field guidance to the dwelling houses, educational facilities, cultural and welfare facilities, and camping area in the areas of Baekdusan Milyong-dong, Limyeongsu-dong, and Potae-dong, the area of the Junghung Farm, and other objects in the city, which have been built at the third stage, to acquaint himself with the construction project of Samjeon City, the urban management and the farming extensively. He highly appreciated that all the construction projects have made good use of the natural surroundings and the regional peculiarity, and been thoroughly put on a practical, diverse, formative and artistic basis as required by the idea of the party on the Juche-oriented architectural beauty and its policy on local construction. He said every construction project of Samjeon City is associated with a noble loyalty, strong will and beads of sweat of the people, trying to absolutely support and implement the grand plans and decisions of the party, and continued, thanks to the vigorous struggle of the builders, who have promoted a huge project dynamically and without let-up, even in the unfavorable environment of the northern area, not only the town area, but also different other areas and farms in the city have been changed into models of modern socialist mountainous cities and standards of rural promotion. As I always stressed, it is a natural obligation and revolutionary duty of our people and new generations, the soldiers and disciples of the great leaders Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, to wonderfully build up Samjeon City, the sacred place of the sun, with the native home of the revolution, into a powerful base for education in revolutionary traditions and the model of civilized mountainous cities. Through the noble struggle, the firm faith and will of the entire people to remain loyal to the leaders forever and glorify their revolutionary exploits for all ages have been demonstrated, and the fundamental guarantee for carrying forward the revolutionary cause of Juche to completion provided more firmly. The past 4-year struggle for the construction of Samjeon City proved the irresistible might of the single-minded unity and integrated whole of the party and the people, and the firm will, confidence, and possibility of independent development of our state to achieve prosperity by dint of self-reliance in our own way and with our own strength, he said, and sent thanks in the name of the Party Central Committee to the builders of Samjeon City, supporters, and other people across the country who materialized the decisions and policies of the party into a shining reality. Kim Jong-un said the successes, experiences, and standards got in the course of building Samjeon City serve as a clear-cut guideline, making it possible to promote the party's policy on local construction in correct direction, and continued, this is of great significance in today's struggle to make a new start of changing localities. We should open up a turning phase of accelerating the development of local construction and the construction of the whole civilized society by actively encouraging and expanding the excellent experiences accumulated in the construction of Samjeon City. In order to promote the party's grand policy on construction correctly without any deviation, we should rapidly strengthen the construction and designing force of provinces and lay firm material and technical foundations. It is the most urgent matter, claiming prior settlement and strategic task at present. Kim Jong-un stressed the need for provinces, cities, and counties to urgently take systematic and state measures to strengthen the construction and designing forces, improve the professional standard of the construction units, and enhance the role and power of the construction supervising authorities, and thus ensure the quality of construction on the highest level. Looking round the peculiar modern farmhouses and the house of culture built in the area of the Junghung farm, he highly appreciated that it can be called a standard unit of rural promotion like a picture. He underscored the need to make substantial preparations for the next year's farming in the light of the experience in this year's potato farming, and continued, it is necessary to make scientific and technical study and take measures to increase the potato production stably and safely even in the unfavorable conditions of the northern highlands, and bring about the hot wind of potato farming once again in the field of agriculture. After learning about the problems arising at the farm one by one, Kim Jong-un said the party will give active assistance to the farm so that it could become a model unit in the introduction of farm machines as well, since it has been built into a standard unit of rural promotion. He also said the roads in Samjeon City should be paved perfectly, as its life environment has been changed. He discussed about the sections of roads to be paved on an annual basis in the future, and presented specific orientation for it. He touched on the ecological environment and forests of Samjian City, and stressed the need to intensify the study of the sector concerned to take perfect measures for protection of forests from all sorts of factors such as harmful insects and change of temperature, and manage the forests in a scientific and technical way. He said the construction of Samjian City is a starting point of new revolution to lead the local people to a civilized material and cultural life. Receiving the report that the people in the changed Samjian City like very much, singing of the benevolence of the party, Kim Jong-un expressed his pleasure time and again, saying, "I am very pleased to think that a proud thing welcomed by the people has been done. The voices of the people are precisely the general appreciation of the construction of Samjian City. I am very satisfied." Kim Jong-un said the construction of Samjian City has been carried out wonderfully as planned and intended by the party, and warmly wished happiness and welfare to the entire people in the city who would enjoy a civilized and wonderful cultural life in their dear homes with Mount Baekdu, where Kim Jong-il was born. The respected Kim Jong-un sent a message of greetings to the President of the Syrian Arab Republic. The message reads, "Damascus, Your Excellency Bashar al-Assad, President of the Syrian Arab Republic. I extend warm congratulations to you and your friendly government and people on the occasion of the 51st anniversary of the correction movement in Syria. The correction movement was an epoch-making event in the struggle of the Syrian people to build an independent and prosperous new society. Availing myself of this opportunity, I wish you and the Syrian people greater successes in the struggle to accomplish the just cause for smashing the obstructions of the hostile forces, defending the sovereignty of the country, and speeding up the rehabilitation and construction." Kim Jong-un, President of the State Affairs of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, Pyongyang, November the 16th, Juche 110 or 2021. Officials and workers in the field of metallurgical industry are strengthening the production base and ensuring the normal operation of equipment through mass technical innovation movement to increase production. The Chongjin Steel Works has introduced more than 60 valuable technical innovation proposals capable of raising the quality and productivity of the Juche iron into production, laying firm material and technical foundations for its normalized production. The Hesan Branch Steel Works has solved the issue of refractory binder to lengthen the serviceable life of furnace and introduced an advanced melting method to minimize the melting time, increasing the iron and steel production. Meanwhile, the Undul mine is introducing rational mining methods according to its actual conditions to increase production and securing reserve stocks to boost the production capacity. High-speed tunneling contest is brisk in the field of coal industry. The coal mines are increasing the coal reserve by actively introducing rational tunneling methods. All the coal mines under the Suncheon Area Youth Coal Mining Complex are achieving excellent results in the high-speed tunneling contest every day. Especially, the February 8th Jikdong Youth Coal Mine is rationally distributing the tunneling force according to the conditions of its face to secure more reserve coal pits, while further raising the tunneling speed. Other coal mining complexes are also making active high-speed tunneling contests while sharing the advanced technology and experience and widely introducing them. The Mother's Day was significantly celebrated in all parts of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. People visited the Kumsusan Palace of the Sun, the supreme temple of Juche, where the great leaders Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il are laid in state, and paid noble tribute to them. In the plaza of the palace, the people warmly recollect the sacred revolutionary life of the great leaders who glorify the dignity and status of the Korean women and built a society of respecting women on this land. A lot of people visited the bronze statues and smiling portraits of the great leaders on Mansu Hill and in other places of the country to lay bouquets and flowers and pay tribute to them. This country was filled with the pleasure of women who are enjoying a genuine life as flowers of the society and collective. In such atmosphere, service personnel of the People's Army, working youth and students across the country, presented cars and others to their mothers. On the occasion of the Mother's Day, a music and dance performance of the Mansudae Art Troupe was given at the East Pyongyang Grand Theater and other colorful performances in the capital and provinces, adding jubilation to the holiday. All parts of the country were filled with respect and love for the mothers who are devoting their all to the harmony and happiness of the family and bringing up their children so that they could work hard for the party and the motherland and making a genuine contribution to the building of a powerful socialist country. Social interest in the Paduk or Go, a national sports event and mass intellectual game, is growing in the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. For example, many people want to know the Paduk education at taekwondo schools across the country. The lecture on theory at the Paduk class belonging to a university is more profound and highly scientific than the professional department. Students learn the Paduk as theoretically scientific and systematic knowledge, including the styles of tricks which are used in the Paduk. They are given the lecture of practical techniques, divided into certain categories according to the ranking of their abilities. Those with higher ability are allowed to take part in the lecture of higher grade. The lectures of practical techniques are given in the way of giving answers to the problems arising in the practice of Paduk game. And that's the end of the news read by Che Jong Nam in Pyongyang. This is VRK, the voice of Korea.
Now here is female trio. People call his dear name.
그리워
Please appreciate violin ensemble. Joyful is my mind.
Now we present the song, Songs Resounding in My Country. We only think to hold Marshal Kim Jong-un in high esteem, who builds the best power in the world. All the blessings of my country come from him. Songs of pledge to be loyal to him single-heartedly. Songs of pledge resound in my country. Oh, the songs of our Marshal Kim Jong-un.
가진 끝이 없어라 문수님 노래 서서 찾아 일터 찾아 가시는 길에 그리 안녕을 바라는 주의 노래
Now here is trumpet trio. We will be loyal down through generations.
importance attached to the primary and secondary education. The 8th Congress of the Workers' Party of Korea reiterated the general goal of making education the one which can be fully entrusted with our future, and stressed the need to bring about radical improvement in education in the new century. Importance is attached to the development of primary and secondary education in bringing about a radical turn in education. The Workers' Party of Korea has attached great significance to the primary and secondary education and put great efforts into its development in the whole period of leading the educational work. Thanks to the policy of the party on attaching importance to the primary and secondary education, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea enforced the universal compulsory primary education and then the universal compulsory secondary education in the 1950s. The universal 9-year compulsory technical education was enforced in Juche 56 or 1967, and the universal 11-year compulsory education in Juche 61 or 1972. And the law on enforcing the universal 12-year compulsory education was adopted in Juche 101 or 2012. The primary and secondary education is the most fundamental and important stage of education. When a tree has strong root, it can bear good fruit. Similarly, good personnel can be brought up under good primary and secondary education. The primary and secondary education sector draws up the educational content scientifically and innovates the educational methods constantly in the direction of making the students have the creative ability to think and act independently and actively. In addition, it consistently pushes forward with the work to renew the educational conditions and environment like the manure in training talents. The movement to win the title of Model County in education has been conducted vigorously, establishing the habit of attaching importance to education throughout the society. It is the firm will of the Workers' Party of Korea to make the DPRK a country of education and talent's power by bringing about a radical turn in education.
So far you've been listening to an article titled Importance Attached to the Primary and Secondary Education. This is Voice of Korea. Now you will appreciate the female solo and male chorus, Ode to the Mother Party. Now here is the song. We are sowing the seeds of flowers of revolution from the revolutionary opera The Flower Girl, adapted from the immortal masterpiece of the same title.